Hello, guys. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this transfer news claiming that Barcelona are planning to sign a left-footed centre back, and of course, La Liga veteran Inigo Martinez is the likeliest option as it stands. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Alejandro Balde, as the youngster recently had an interview where he talks about Jordi Alba, Dembele, Xavi, Gavi, Pedri, contract renewal, Fede Valverde. We're also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. While the summer transfer window is still months away, plans are already underway at Barcelona as they look to make more tweaks to the squad to equip Xavi with the best possible roster to lead this team back to its glory days. Reports have suggested that FC Barcelona are prioritizing a move for a right back, a defensive midfielder, and also a striker in the coming summer. But a fresh report from Sport is claiming that the La Liga leaders are also considering bringing in a new left foot centre back in the summer, having allowed both Samuel Umtiti and Clement Lenglet to leave the club on loan in the summer. Barcelona are left without a left foot centre back on their roster currently. The aforementioned French duo is unlikely to have a future at Camp Nou once they finish their loan spells, with permanent departures on the cards. None of the current centre halves at Xavi's disposal are left-footed. Thus, Barca intend to bring in a left-foot centre-back in the summer, and the report states that all signs point towards Athletic Club veteran Inigo Martinez as the likely arrival at the Camp Nou. The 31-year-old has been on Barcelona's agenda since last summer itself, and the club have continued to hold an interest in him. The La Liga veteran is also keen on a move to the Camp Nou and is prepared to wait for the Blaugrana despite interest from Atletico Madrid. At the same time, there is interest in Eintracht Frankfurt defender Ivan Dika, with reports in Germany going as far as saying that there is a verbal agreement between the two parties already. However, any move for Martinez or Ndika would depend on the club's financial fair play situation, which will dictate whether they can sign and register either of them or not. Then on to the next story of discussion. Alejandro Balde is enjoying a spectacular breakthrough season at FC Barcelona. The 19-year-old had made his debut for the first team last season itself under Ronald Koeman, but it is in this campaign that he has flourished, becoming the first-choice left-back at the Camp Nou. Balde thus far has made 33 first-team appearances in his career for Barca, registering 4 assists in the process. The teenager even broke into the Spanish national team at the FIFA World Cup. The youngster has played an important part in Barcelona's strong season so far, and recently sat down with Sport for an interview where he discussed his rise from the youth and the reserve ranks to the first team roster, among several other topics. Talking on how his life has changed, Bade said, "If you look back a year ago, a lot has changed. I was between Barca B and the first team, and I didn't really know where I belonged. A year later, I'm very comfortable with the team. The adaptation has been very good, and I'm very happy with how everything is going. I try to do the same things I've always done, but it's true that when I go out in the street, people recognize me, but I don't like it very much." On changes with regards to football, Bade said, "Well, the way we play is almost the same. The only thing is that, yeah, compared to Barca B, there are people with much more quality and there is also a lot more pressure. As for the rest, it's almost all the same." On whether he thinks about his game a lot, he said, "Yes, normally, yes. After playing, I often think about what I could have done better. I watch videos on my mobile phone and I do look at what I can improve or what I have done wrong. If I've played a good game, I try to think about what I didn't do well so that I can do better next time. On being one of the fastest players at the club and watching himself on video, he said, with some plays, I do freak out. I say, wow, I'm fast, but I always like to watch myself to improve. On facing Usman Dembele, he said, it's hard to defend against him. You don't know if he is going to come out or on the right or on the left. He is very quick. On who is faster between him and Dembele, he said, it depends. In short spaces, in acceleration, maybe I'm a bit quicker. Maybe I don't know. But in space, maybe he is quicker or the other way around. The truth is, I don't know. I don't know. On the most difficult opponent he has faced, he said, Fede Valverde. The first game we played against him, he made me suffer a lot. On whether he always wanted to be a fullback, he said, no, when Barca signed me, I started as a striker and as a winger. And then I was a winger and I didn't want to be a fullback. I played a few games, but I didn't like it. Then I settled there and I'm going well. I'm doing so well. I can make good use of my skills in that position and I'm very comfortable. On whether he prefers attacking or defending, he said, yes, I like attacking more than defending. It's true that throughout my life, I haven't given much importance to the defensive facet. But as I've moved up to Barca B and in the first team, it's something they told me I had to improve. When I was younger, with my speed alone, I could defend well against opponents my age. But yeah, we are playing against men and it's something I've had to work on. Little by little, I'm improving. On what Xavi asked of him, he said, to be myself, to do what I've always done, and to dare to try one-on-one, to go up, that I dare. On whether he sees himself playing for any other team because of his style, he said, well, nowadays many teams, you watch Bayern and they have fullbacks that go up like crazy in the Premier League. If you watch matches, all the fullbacks go up. Nowadays, I think there are a lot of teams that play with a style where the fullbacks go up a lot. That's what I like. I like it a lot. On if he feels established in the first team, he said, yes, I feel much more comfortable because last year I spent a week here, another week with Barca B, then I didn't play here and I trained with them. It was a bit hard because I didn't know where I belong and I couldn't adapt well on both teams. This year, I already feel like a member of the dressing room. On who he looks up to in the squad, he said, my footballing reference is Jordi Alba. I've always looked up to him because he plays in my position. On who he gets on well with in the team, he said, I get on very well with Pablo Torre, Ansu, Gavi, Pedro, Rafinha, Casey, with almost everyone. On talking about wanting to win titles with Barcelona, he said, yes, especially the young players. We haven't won. Well, I've only won one title and we always say to ourselves, let's see if we can win the Champions League, La Liga, but it's very, very difficult. We have to keep working hard. We have the team to win a lot of things. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.